Okay, welcome to session 21. This is Trouble in Orlane. We'll probably change the title after this session, but for now it's Trouble in Orlane. I'm going to recap session 20. So here we go. The party last session found themselves lost in a series of dark tunnels. Proceeding forward by torchlight, they wormed their way through the darkness, sometime or almost bumping their heads on the low ceiling. So these tunnels, they're like dubbing out almost like mine shafts. And some of the areas, the ceilings are very low. The dwarf couldn't help but shake his head at the shoddy engineering that went into the construction of this dire place. And the smell down here is nauseating, to say the least. It smells like a rat crawled behind a wall and died. If you've ever had that happen at your house in the summer, where an animal crawls behind the wall and dies, that's what it smells like.
I know what
That's
you're talking about.
Yeah,
Not a good smell.
it's not a good smell. Eventually, the party came. So you guys, wormed your way down, you wormed your way west, and eventually you came upon a large circular chamber that contained a horrid statue slash idol of a serpent with the head of a female. So it was like a solid ivory statue, probably about 6 to 7 feet, 6.5, 7 feet tall, solid ivory. Loman had discerned that it was probably worth a fortune, but to lift it out of this place would be a feat, and you definitely do not have the gear or the manpower to lift this thing out. Very large idol. While you guys were examining this, several members of the group came to the conclusion that the chamber was a dead end. So we had Arawak kind of poking around the walls around the perimeter, and it appeared to be a dead end. So you guys turned and started making your way back towards the junction that you passed earlier. But as you proceeded up the tunnel, the sound of running footsteps was heard and horrible gurgling sounds. And then out of the darkness, a pair of ghouls set upon you. And during this battle with during the battle, a vial of holy water was thrown by Loman and shattered across the wall, and it showered one of the creatures and caused it to cry out in agony. The rest of the group hacked the creatures down by brute force and continued up the tunnel. So this is like the third time that you guys have encountered ghouls down here. Or no, that was the second time you guys encountered ghouls down here. Arawak scouted ahead and signaled the group to follow. It was at this time that the party came across a chamber serving as some type of hub with two tunnels leading off in either direction. The Grugok elf, focused on examining the wall directly ahead, quickly discovered the fact that it was nothing more than a filthy curtain blended to look like part of the tunnel. Pulling back the curtain revealed a secret cubby, barely large enough to fit two humans side by side and approximately 4 feet high. There were 3 chests set against the far wall, but all were revealed to be empty. Again, the horrible sound of running footsteps and gurgling growls was heard, and out of the darkness more ghouls began to tear at the party from all directions. You guys got really lucky in this fight and were able to cut them down with several lucky blows. Now, winded and worn by several battles and the trek through the darkness, the party stands idle in the chamber. No clues to their whereabouts and no clear direction about where to go next. And that is where it winds up in your guys' hand. Everybody can see the map. I don't care who controls the party token, but I will lock movement, and you just tell me what you guys are doing and we'll get going from there. And how about I change the music here to something more appropriate, since we have Blade Runner. I mean, it is relaxing, but I don't think we should really be relaxed right now. Yeah, I don't think
Oh.
Yeah, now Benaros is not only tense, he's annoyed by the it does. Some of those I beams look really shoddy, dangerously so. Engineering looks really bad. All right, the fuck am I? All right, here. I will tell you 1 second.
Isn't there one ghoul on the loose that was turned?
Yep, one ran away.
I just have it on the map here, sorry.
Good memory.
Well, no, there was two. I just remember two, and I wrote down dead ghoul and not ghouls.
Now one,
Okay.
yeah, one ran off.
And he
Yeah,
went
and I
northeast.
learned something about the turn too, about the automation. So always just cross-reference and check it because it's not 100% accurate. And it doesn't need to be. It's just too much work to get it. Doesn't need to be. It works good enough as it is. You just got to make sure to check it by type. The hit dice thing is fine. It's the type you want to pay attention to. So like it was detecting a 1 to 2 hit die ghoul turned on a 13 when it's actually turned on a 16 for a level 2 cleric because of the hit dice. It's not checking the exact name, and there's a reason for why he did it that way, and I totally understand why he did it that way. Um, because to handle it another way, you would have to do a lot of extra coding. You'd have to do an exact string match detection, and even then, it wouldn't be perfect. Um, how's this? You guys hear that? Dripping
Mm,
caves? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
So Dwayne, you had asked about fresh air. So before you wound up in this network of tunnels, when you were passing under what you assumed, yeah, when you were passing underneath the long, pitch dark tunnel under what you assumed to be the lake of Orlane, you did spy several, at least one air vent. Um, yeah, so there's a very small, like foot and a half chimney. Couldn't see any light, but it definitely was fresh air coming down. And to also remind you, when you guys had encountered the troglodytes, this is again back through the long dark cave that you guys had transversed through to get to this point, where you had encountered the troglodytes before the Temple of Ralachaz. There was actually a ladder and a trap door that you guys didn't go up,
Oh.
and that's all the way back at the you made note of it. I'm just reminding you guys about it. It's all the way back before you guys had proceeded into the temple of, well, what you assume to be the Temple of Ralashaz. There is
We
where you got,
avoided like a tunnel too.
yes. So if you remember the troglodyte battle, do you remember that, Dwayne? Where you guys had encountered the troglodytes, and you cut down the troglodytes, there was actually a ladder. And then
What
inside,
we
yeah,
didn't try to climb it at all?
no, you guys proceeded down through the curtain. Hmm.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. And Yeah. Also, as Tommy was saying, when you guys were in the decrepit crypt, there was another passageway that Airwalk briefly scouted, but you guys decided to seal the door and proceed on and not investigate further.
I mean, we can only go one way.
So now you are in here. The fog of war should be off. That's kind of how I want it. Right? You guys don't have fog of war, right?
I can only see this room.
That's good. That's what I want.
Okay.
I like that.
I can't.
It
I don't
makes it so
remember.
you guys have to be proactive in your map making.
I got
Almost
us.
got it.
Well, I mean,
Thank you.
sometimes it's I wouldn't do it. Like for a town, I'm not gonna have that. You know what I mean? But for like catacombs and stuff, it could be fun.
I love this. I love cartography.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
So you don't hear anything else right now, but it is rather disquieting knowing that beyond the range of the torchlight is literally just a curtain of black, and you've already been set upon at least 3 times now by creatures that just seem to materialize right in front of your face before you could do anything. Okay? Yeah. So the Grugok disappears beyond the torchlight, and you don't see him. And he walked over here. Okay, Ben Russ is going to walk up here. Okay. So when Benrus, okay, so it takes about a minute, minute and a half for his eyes to adjust. What Benrus sees is Airwalk wandering up to the edge right here and then disappearing around the corner. About a minute goes by. Oh, that was the wrong button to click, but I'll fix that. Okay, there we go. So about 3 minutes goes by, and out of the darkness, you see the elf come back out and beckon you guys forward. Okay, go ahead and move the token. I'll approve the mimic. You
Neither
can't?
can I.
All right, guys. Well, this is what we'll do. You just tell me where. I'm done fucking with their like, but you know,
I,
right here.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So what you guys see is you see that the tunnel branches off to the left and right, and you actually see some filthy curtains at the edge of the torchlight, and filthy curtains here as well. And you also see that it looks in the torchlight, it looks like it doubles back. Tunnel doubles back right here, and then also opens up into another chamber going to God knows where. And that's what you can make out in the torchlight.
Hmm. Which curtains? Yeah.
I'm gonna put you guys on the map. So give me a second. Okay. And you have a torch, correct? Yes. Okay, there's a Loman. There's Talissa. There's Zadar. Here's Benris. Here's Airwalk. Okay. Benris up front. Okay. I'll unlock it. There we go. Go ahead and there you go. Should be unlocked. Everybody grab their token, move around. Should be unlocked right now. Oh, that's panel here. Now it's unlocked.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I was looking at there's 2 locks right here. I was clicking the toggle image data panel unlock. Okay. So Benrus, when you go up to this disgusting filthy curtain, one thing stands out to you. This doesn't look like, it looks like human skin to you.
Hmm.
These aren't skins of an animal. And yeah, it looks like stitched together human skin. Okay. And you see, so what you can see with you're kind of in the torchlight right now, so you can only see what's in the torchlight, but you can see what you can see from Loman. See that it opens up into a larger room. There's it smells like absolute death in here. But okay, how can I put it? It smells like an outhouse in here
Hmm.
in the middle of July with no ventilation.
Mhm.
I carve another Z on the wall north of me here.
Noted.
No.
No, he's gonna. You see him go to the edge of this right here, and you don't know what he's doing, but he's walked over to the south right there. Stop. Stop. All right, Loman. I need you to give Benrus and Loman. I need you both to give me surprise. Okay, Benrus. Okay. You know, I should have you do that in the tower too. Actually, it wouldn't really matter. It doesn't actually matter. Well, it might. I guess if I could do it for you too sometimes, but I like to have you guys roll. All right, so let me describe what happens here because you guys just wandered in. So first of all, in the torchlight, you can see what appears to be a pile of refuse in the western corner, and it doesn't smell like a dead animal or death in here. It's not the same smell. It literally does smell like an outhouse. And you see a pile of refuse in the corner. That's all you can see. It looks like just a pile of shit, and like literally in the corner a pile of shit. And as you're holding up the torch to examine this further, you hear a creak from above.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, the, a large tail. It looks it. So a snake drops down from the ceiling,
I hate where this is going.
Yeah.
Can Talissa see this from her vantage point? What's going on
Not
in there?
yet. Not yet.
Why did it have to be snakes?
Huh.
Okay, both of you guys are surprised. So, Loman, what happens is here. I'm gonna tell you what happens right here. One is okay. Ooh, you got lucky. All right, Loman, what you see is this long tail drop down from the ceiling and try to wrap itself around Benorus's neck. You're completely shocked by this and jump back. You almost drop the torch. Benor, you look over and you see Benorus has got this snake trying to wrap itself around his neck. And here. Why don't the rest of you guys give me Talissa and Zidar, why don't you both give me surprise to see if you can react to this? Yeah, it just came right down from the ceiling on top of you. Zidar, you were kind of looking the other direction, but Talissa, you did manage to see this thing before it landed on top. You heard the
Yeah.
creak of the board. You saw it coming down from the ceiling, and you saw it in flight landing on Benorus, and you were able to get your weapon out. Okay. Why don't you give me, Talissa, give me an initiative on what you're going to do. You're not going to be able to cast a spell, but you can do, you can move or move half an attack. And Zadar, you were kind of looking the other direction. You can't do anything this round.
Hey, Talissa will move in just past Sidar and use her sling.
You want to use your sling against the snake that's coiled around Benorus?
Oh, oh, he's already coiled around Benris?
He's coiling around
Like,
his neck, yes.
oh, I thought that you said
Like, is
because
it
I
half
wasn't surprised.
suspended from the ceiling and half
No,
coiling, or it's like
it's la- it's
on
land
him?
it's landed
Okay,
It's like
on
on
him.
his shoulders.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Gotcha.
go in there and is the snake completely coiled around him right now, or is
No, he's
he
starting to coil around his neck.
starting to
And you
coil?
see,
Okay,
and you see Loman jump back, almost drop the torch.
then I will rush in and use my sickle on the
Okay, there's a chance that you can
try to
hit,
cut his
but go
neck.
ahead and roll with just give me a um, initiative roll with your scythe or your sickle. And you said that
Oh.
when this thing hit Benros, you said he let out a yell. Let's let's see what happens here.
A high pitched squeal is what I heard. From a dwarf. That would be funny.
He doesn't like snakes. Okay. Let's begin here.
I don't think I'm ever making a character that does like snakes. Just so you guys know.
So, all right. So this is the top of the surprise round. So what you see, Talissa, is you see Airwalk as soon as he hears the dwarf. You see him beeline in past you and Zidar. He almost knocks Zidar over, and he rushes in and he tries to take a swing at the snake. before it could coil around the neck. As it's coiling around. Exactly. So here, this is going to be at a -2. And he's using that. Good. Okay. So he tries to cut the thing, misses. You know, he's trying to avoid cutting Benros's throat in the process. And he misses. At which time, this very large snake gets a foothold even more around the neck, and then tries to bite at Benros.
Mm.
Okay, poisonous bite. Okay. Oh my god, dude. Jesus
Kill him?
Christ. Yeah, it just bit him.
What?
It says it's, yeah,
Oh,
it just killed him. Yeah, he failed his save. He failed his save, and it literally, yeah, I can't even believe that. Let me read about this for a minute. I can't even believe the damage here. It's insane damage. But I believe Benros is dead.
that,
And this
that
isn't
was so
what,
sudden.
hold on.
Always the little stuff that kills you.
This thing's gnarly.
Well, I don't know if we should mess around with this guy. Maybe we could just drag Benris out of there and
Fire. We
does,
need fire.
does the snake still
So Star
stuff
starts
on him?
yelling, fire. Burn it.
Oh yeah, the snake wouldn't like fire.
Hold on. All poisonous snakes deliver toxins automatically through their bite. Roll on the table below or choose what to determine. Well, this one's already. This sheet is confusing right here. I need to look it up.
Press the torch into it.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
seriously.
not gonna be able to react
Uh,
this round. You guys can definitely take a swing at it.
yeah, but then we have to they'll get an attack
It's
of
like trying to
opportunity if we check.
chop a scarf off of you.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm like reading this right
No,
Okay.
now.
do your thing. Please. Take your time.
I'm just trying to think of like creative ways to roll
Yeah, we're
Benris out of there
sorry
and
because
kill the snake at the same time. Which is not gonna
we
happen, but
we apologize for walking into this room.
I'm gonna say that here. So I cannot find the information that I want on this. It's just giant poisonous snake, and I don't know why there is a 1 die 0 plus 1000 poison damage. That's literally an instant kill. Instant death. Then why
Yeah.
is there 1d3 piercing? That's for the bite, and then the poison, and then but see, there's damage 1d0 plus 1000, and then there's poison damage 3 die 6 poison. So what? Yeah. So Okay, yeah, he failed the save. So it hit him in the neck. It bit him in the neck. We're just gonna go with this. It bit him in the neck. You see he just starts gasping and he just hits the ground like a ton of bricks. Talissa,
Oh, holy cow. Um, wow. Well, so
it
is the snake
happens.
completely wrapped around Fenris's neck, or is there any
So
part of the snake that's
so
hanging off
it's landed
of
on
him?
him and it literally landed on his shoulders and started half coiling around and bit him right in the neck. Probably about 6 feet long, 7 feet long.
Okay, and you said Fenris fell
It's like a
down,
giant. It's
so
like a giant. It's a giant snake.
Like
Like
diameter? Okay.
diameter, probably like 6 inch,
Oh, it is
4 to
big.
6 inch.
It's a big fucker.
yeah,
And it's big.
snake. When Fenris hit the ground, the snake is still wrapped around his neck. Was the snake damaged at all by
It's
the
not
fall?
fully. No, and he's not fully coiled around. It just literally just as it landed on his shoulder, it came and it just bit him right in the jugular vein, and you just saw him gasp out like a choking gasp, and just fall to the ground.
So it's not choking him, it just bit him.
It bit him right in the neck. And in fact, when that happened, this happens. His dog runs up. Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. It happens so near. Yeah, I've never had an instant. Thank you, Mike. I've never had an instant kill from a poisonous snake like that. That's a first time for me. I didn't know if I was reading it right. So thank you, Mike.
He's like, yeah, get him out of here.
Yeah, he converted this game, so he would know better than me.
You're out of here.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal. The Okay, so we're just gonna say that when that happens, the dog is ran up, and taken a bit at this thing. Actually, we're gonna put his initiative right here because we didn't even have him on the map yet. Okay, so that will put him right here.
I know cats can out reflex a snake, but I don't know about dogs.
Now the dog is already howling out, and he saw his master hit the ground, and he locks onto the snake and starts shaking this thing. He's also locked onto it. Yeah,
Yeah, that, that's a good boy, Shadow. Um, okay, let's see.
Alyssa.
I'm gonna come in here.
Mm-hmm. You can do that.
Wait,
Can,
let's see, is
you
my
can do that.
movement?
You can
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
plenty.
You're with movement. You're gonna be right there. I got you.
I don't know why it's. Oh, because you were doing it too, I think.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any part of this snake that is kind of hanging off of Benris, I'm going to cut.
I'll allow that. I know exactly what you're trying to do. Yeah. Just go ahead and roll.
Oh, yeah, is it? Yeah.
The dog's
Okay.
got the thing by like the What a brutal bite.
Yeah. Oh wait, do I get a plus something to hit?
No, you miss trying to avoid the dog who's locked onto it. You miss. Zadar.
Wait.
I think I still had my longsword
You
in
did.
hand.
Just make sure. I think I cleaned up your inventory now that I'm waking up again right now. I did. You still have your fine quality longsword in hand.
So now
But
I'm
let's
just
not.
unsurprised and I can roll initiative, right? Or
Not yet. The round is almost over. So now you guys can give me intentions and initiative.
okay.
That was the surprise round, which I literally ran like I'm an asshole right there. So I don't even know what the fuck is wrong with my brain tonight, but it happens. So you're gonna do a withdrawal. Very good. Give me a flat initiative for that, Zadar.
Just kind of hurrying forward towards Benris's body and the snake,
Mm-hmm.
trying to see like where that, not trying to get near the head. Does like Shadow have like the neck? Is he like
Shadow has it like I guess you could call it the neck, the upper
the
part of
base of the head?
yeah,
So he has it like in check.
yep. He's got it and he's kind of trying to shake it around right now. He's got lockjaw on it.
I'm gonna take a big swing at whatever part's not near him and
Okay.
Benris.
Go ahead and roll that with the longsword. Initiative with the longsword. Make sure you roll with your correct longsword, the fine quality. I believe that's the only one in your inventory right now, but yep, that looks good. Talissa.
Same for Talissa sickle.
Okay, go ahead and roll that. And I will play Airwalk. It's another reason why I like everyone to roll or control one character. Okay, so Airwalk. You see Airwalk drop the dagger and pull out the longsword. Kind of half-heartedly looks over at Benros's dead body and shrugs. Okay. Oh, look at that initiative. Wow. Who we missing here? Thanks to Mike and his beautiful, we're not missing anyone. His beautiful 99, or the dice and then the roll, rolled and not rolled visual. Loman, you are up. What's your movement? Okay, so you can do 1/3, so you can easily get right there. And you were gonna set the torch on the ground. Anything else? You can do another little free action if you want. Okay, you can do that. In fact, you might even have reach. Check the length on your staff and I'll tell you. All right, so what you see is you see Airwalk kind of maneuver around. You see the dog is shaking the snake around. You see Airwalk maneuver here. Mm-hmm. He's gonna get a flank on this. Thing's got major disadvantage. He's got This is why I want Scoot to run his own. He's got entirely too many weapons in his inventory right here. Like, he needs to clean this up. You hear that, Scoot? You got way too many weapons in your actions tab, buddy. Okay, so. Oh my god! Oh my god. Okay, so you see Airwalk thrust forward with the longsword, and it just pierces the hide of this thing. fact, it's going to be a little bit more than that too, because it is a large. Is it a large creature? Let me see if it is. If it is, then he gets. No, it's medium. It's medium. Yeah, it's medium. But yeah, he nails it. Airwalk just nails the thing. And the dog is still holding on, which should be ongoing damage. Let me know if it happens right here. It definitely should. When I continue. Got bleeding on the end of the round. Yeah, it's at the end of the round. You'll see it. It's going to roll damage for it at the end of the round automatically. Zadar, you are up. Tommy.
So I can move kind of next to where Benros
You
and
can get through
Airwalk
your
is,
allies without any
be in
problem,
range.
dude. Yeah, there you can move through your allies without any problem. You could easily get anywhere on that field of battle right there that you want and
We'll
still
do
make
that.
an
I
attack.
just need to move forward.
Okay. Is that your final placement that you want to be right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oops. What is the...
That's
How do
all
I
right.
adjust facing? Shift?
You hold down shift. Yeah. There you go.
And I take a big swing.
There you go.
Not a pierce. A swing.
I'm trying to slash at it.
Trying to cut it in half.
That is a hit. Connects with this thing. Seems like everybody is now hitting this thing. It's a oof.
Ooh, good.
Beautiful, beautiful strike. In fact, the slash that you just performed cut off the last 1.5 feet of this thing. So you just severed like a worm. You just severed the tail of this thing, if you could call it a tail. The last foot and a half, or foot of
Mm-hmm.
this thing is gone now, wriggling on the floor. Talissa,
Okay, Tellus is gonna try to finish it off. Do I get any modifiers?
no.
Okay. Alright. Going with her sickle. Oh my god.
So go ahead and give me a dexterity in the tower, please.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Oh, no, that's all right. All right.
Oh.
So, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna adjust this for you. So essentially, your initiative is gonna be 2 points greater next round. Okay. So you almost trip swinging at this thing.
Okay.
In fact, when you're swinging at this thing, the wriggling piece of tail at your foot, you actually step on it, and it kind of startles you, and you almost fall headlong into the floor. Kind of let out a yell.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'll definitely scream about that.
So the
Nice.
dog is shaking
Oh.
this thing around.
Yeah, Shadow finished it.
Yeah, so the dog, wow, you guys are lucky, man. The dog is
Not
shaking
really.
this thing around. You see you just see its head go limp like that, but the dog is still shaking it. He's not stopping. Benrus is not making any sound. He's just lying there bloated and
Yeah, Loman rushes over to Benrus and checks him out.
If he's not dead, we gotta get him out of here.
Talissa has some dried herbs, Temple of Ralashaz. She's going
he is
to.
quite dead.
He's dead.
Oh no.
The fang marks in his neck, you can already see where the poison is just kind of his whole neck is swollen. It almost looks like gout, like a severe case of gout, and he's not breathing at all.
I think we've lost our intrepid dwarf.
He looks completely blue. in the face, and the dog is still shaking the snake. He's not stopping.
Alyssa will try to. She'll grab Shadow by the collar and say, "Easy, easy, boy."
So the dog lets go of the snake. It drops to the ground with a plodding sound, and the dog just keeps yanking on you, trying to go. He's yanking, trying to go over to Benrus, and he's just howling.
Oh my god.
Telissa's gonna sit next to Shadow and just hold him, like hug him while he's mourning his master.
And the dog is just howling. He's just howling out in pain and sadness right now.
Okay, I ask Airwalk, you better watch our backs, because this noise might draw something.
So Airwalk, he doesn't say anything to you, and he goes and he walks over here. He seems focused on the pile of refuse right here.
Okay, I seem focused on Airwalk now.
Okay, I'll go see what Airwalk's looking at.
Yeah, Telissa's still just trying to comfort Shadow.
So the dog, he's just kind of whimpering now. He's no longer howling, but he's whimpering. So you see Arawak point up to the ceiling right here, and you notice that there is a hole in the ceiling approximately 6-7 feet off the ground. The hole is about maybe 2 to 2.5 feet wide in diameter. You see him pointing there, and then you notice that the pile of refuse looks like just feces, like human feces.
Oh, it's an outhouse.
And the ground is wet right here.
Oh,
We're at the bottom of an outhouse, so there's a way out.
Oh,
And it's just it just smells extremely foul in here.
Damn. Can I light a torch?
You can. Absolutely.
I just want to check for more snakes.
Yeah.
Oh
so
yeah,
here,
good point.
Let me help you with that. I got you covered. There you go. Equipped it, and let's make sure that we got the.
And I want to like hold my longsword kind of up and torch up.
Okay.
Check for more snakes.
Okay. So examining the ceiling here, you notice that there's a few I-beams. Again, the shoddy craftsmanship that your fallen comrade would have sneered at. But you do not see any signs of life, any movement. You don't specifically see any reptiles coiled around the beams in the ceiling.
And then I want to make my way over to Airwalk. Ask him if he found a way out for us.
So Arawak basically
Examine the hole for myself.
Again, he's pointing to the hole as a possible exit.
how large of a hole is it? Like we could fit through?
2.5 feet.
I look like concerned about the size, being the largest member of the party. One of.
Yeah, Loman doesn't.
Airwalk, is he skinny or is he like?
He's skinny, but
he's slender.
I can tell you right now, looking at it, it's definitely going to be a claustrophobic climb, and you would have to get rid of the plate.
Not to mention disgusting.
Right.
So,
yeah, absolutely disgusting.
Why don't we hold this as a backup plan and see if we can find, if there's one way out, maybe there's another.
Also forgetting about one other thing too. How are you going to? You haven't even checked it out. You just. How would you ascend it? Another thing is how you're going to get the dog out. There's lots of different factors at play here.
Well, and also, getting Benros out too. Yeah, there's a lot of.
Yeah.
So
that's why I left it with asking Airwalk if he found a good way out for us or not.
Airwalk found a possible way to the surface. I don't know if.
But if there's one, there could be more. So we're
pat
close.
Him on the shoulder and tell him this might not be the one for us.
So Arawak warrants a guess that the yawned hole in the ceiling possibly leads to this surface.
Okay.
With our luck, while we're climbing up there, somebody would be going to the bathroom on us.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see what's in this next area.
What are we gonna do about Benris and his body?
And his
Well,
items.
let's leave him here for now while we check out this next room, and then if we're gonna go further away, we'll bring him with us.
Okay.
Are you guys just
Yeah.
leaving him in the middle of the floor like that, or
We'll
what's going on?
set him up, like lean him up against the wall. Maybe leave Shadow with him, guard the body.
Like this?
Yeah,
Okay, the dog doesn't. It's a sad sight to behold, but the dog doesn't want to leave
yeah.
the side of his fallen master. Just whimpering. You guys have 2 torches lit, which
Airwalk.
means the dark.
Yeah, can Airwalk
Yeah.
scout see what's in the southern chamber?
You certainly can.
We'll stay in the room here so the torches don't wreck his infravision.
So you see Arawak disappear around the corner into the dark once again. And about another 2 minutes later, he comes back and he tells you the way to the south feels foul, possibly more undead that way. We must make our way. Let us make our way east.
That is wise. Okay, Zadar, can you grab Benrus? Bring him along.
Yeah.
That's going to be quite a lot of weight. Let me see what you guys are dealing with here. You're going to have to. Let's see.
What if
Chainmail,
Talissa?
he's wearing, yeah, he's got, this is going to be quite a person to drag around down here with all the
Can we
weapons.
remove? Can we remove his chainmail?
You
He
can.
doesn't need it anymore.
You can.
If we remove his chainmail and then make kind of like I could use my cloak as we roll him onto my cloak and kind of use that to drag him.
Yeah.
It
That's
might
not
work.
a bad idea.
Yeah.
So you would like to try to drag him with the cloak, like as like it just like kind of.
It was just this is out of respects for burying his body somewhere, anywhere but here.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not gonna leave a brave
He's got
warrior like
quite a
Fenris in
lot.
an outhouse.
There's a bunch of gems that I'll throw on the party sheet.
Yeah, he's got many. You can see it, right, Twain?
Yeah.
We can't leave
There
him
you go.
here because he'll be eaten and.
Yeah, the ghouls will desecrate his body if we leave him here.
So
Yeah.
I have a fine fur cloak that will definitely, it's quality and it'll definitely hold his, it won't rip or anything if we
So
roll
you
him onto
can, I
there.
mean, if you guys divvy up some of these things and get rid of some of the weapons and the chain, you can drag him, you know. It's gonna be, you can do that. Obviously, if you run into anything, you're gonna have to let him go and
Yeah.
have your hands free, but you can try to drag him around.
Is it in the party sheet? Like his stuff?
Yeah.
This got
Hmm.
dark quick.
Yeah.
Spencer just wanted to solve me having to run 2 characters.
I didn't want to solve that. I actually, that's the first time I've ever run into something that does that much damage in one hit at this low level. But
Well,
that's,
1E, the saber die is something that comes up,
I
right?
like it. I like it. It's just I always learn something new every single time. It's like every time we play, I learn something new.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Every single time. So that threw me
We could,
off. I was like, whoa.
yeah. We should take the rope.
I think
Yeah.
what threw me off was seeing the die roll. I was like, why even have a die? And I guess it makes sense though that you have to do it that way in order for it to apply the damage. You have to do it as a die roll.
Yeah.
That's why you did die 0 plus 1,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Melissa grabbed the rope, although it did make her moderate, gave her a moderate load.
We can speed it up by saying what are you guys going to leave behind on him, and I
Leave
can
it.
speed it up for you.
Well, we want to keep his bastard sword, but the Morning Star, like I've not carried the Morning Star and the chainmail to lighten them up.
Remove his chainmail.
Yeah.
Okay. Shield.
Yeah, we don't need that, right?
Okay. Tunic.
The only
Well,
thing,
Anything
kind
that's
of wrap
so
him.
I'm gonna
in
read
his
it off.
tunic
Here's how we'll do it.
respectfully.
Here's how we'll do it.
We'll
I'm gonna read it off.
get rid of the
Anything-
crossbow.
Okay. Just unequip the stuff that you're gonna leave behind.
Yeah, the quarrels.
I've never had to do this before either, where you guys
This is so
someone
brutal,
drags
yeah.
somebody out.
It just feels so like mean.
Yeah, but it's.
His rations we could probably divvy up. Base.
Mm-hmm. Make sure that you guys grab whatever in the party sheet, organize it in your inventory. He's got a signal whistle. You probably want to take that for Shadow,
Yeah.
even though
mm-hmm.
Shadow's got Waystone, which doesn't weigh much, which I would,
Yeah.
I'll take the signal whistle.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This is
Or takes this time to explain if he passes away, to just set him ablaze where he
The
lays.
unfortunate thing too is that in Orlane, any healing has gone by the wayside. At least the default way of healing, since the temple itself, where you would normally get healing, is
Yeah.
completely invaded by scumbag cultists who you've literally wiped out.
Yes. So
Half the town is either possessed or left. So.
yeah.
So we've cut his weight he's carrying down by 2/3.
Yep, you can drag him around. So what I would say is Zadar and either Arawak or Talissa, you guys can take turns dragging him. It's gonna slow your movement down a bit, but I'll take that into account as you guys navigate through here. And
What if I
everything
kind
else,
of like piggyback him, like can lay him on my back, can, like put his arms over my shoulders
you can do that.
and carry him?
Yeah, he'll be moving at like 1/3 movement, but you can do that.
It's gonna be really gross too.
Well,
What is your movement?
Dead
What is your
dwarf
movement,
backpack.
Vidar?
Fucking.
His movement is 120 feet indoors and yards outside. So it's going to be 1/3.
40.
120.
Oh,
1/3.
120 divided by 3.
Oh, 40.
40?
Yeah.
Okay.
40.
Well, I mean,
That's the whole group is going to move at a pace of 40.
Well,
It's gonna
I
be
can only
slow,
move
and
50
I'm
normally anyway, so it's not much slower than I am.
There you
it's
go.
gonna make like
Yeah,
Oh.
and mine's 60 now.
opening combat a little difficult, but I'll figure it out.
No,
I'll
no,
carry him.
you can drop him. You can
That's
drop
what I
him,
mean.
obviously.
But it's gonna take the time to drop him and stuff. So
Yeah.
I'll tack it on to your initiative. Give me one
Zadar
more.
kneels. So
Well, hopefully Arawak
Plays
will scout
his
ahead
back.
and let us know if
Mhm.
trouble's coming.
yeah, let's just try and get out of here. This place is.
Yeah.
Let me check one thing here.
Yeah.
Ill
Look,
omened.
it's gagging.
Yeah, that was brutal. It threw me off. I wasn't
Ah.
expecting it either.
Yeah, Zadar looks scared.
I mean,
Genuinely.
honestly, yeah, like it scared me.
So
Then go in there.
Arawak, you see Arawak. What we'll do is you see Arawak. I'm gonna delete Benrus from here. Shadow is following along. Everybody has their tokens. So you see Airwalk moving forward, and you see him get to the end of the hall and then lift a curtain right here and signal you forward. Zidar, are you dragging him?
No, I have him on my back.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You got a disgusting dead dwarf backpack on right
Yes.
now. Got it. So you see Airwalk
Yeah,
lift
and
the
Shadow's
curtains.
with us.
Yeah,
Right.
Shadow's
Shadow's by
following
my
along.
side.
Shadow's following right along behind Zidar, whimpering.
Yeah. Yep.
So you see Airwalk, who not surprisingly doesn't seem too broken up about this. Just it seems like it's just another day for this guy. But you see him take the long sword and kind of part this curtain, this skin curtain, to the side, and he kind of peeks through, and he looks back at Loman like scowling about the light because he can't see really good with that light in his face,
Yeah, I pull back.
and then disappears through this curtain. And a couple minutes later, he comes back and signals you guys forward. So Loman immediately, Talissa and Loman immediately, when you guys come into this chamber, you get the sense of familiarity in here, like you've been here before. And it takes you a second, but then you know why, and you place it. You can see to the north edge right here that there's a large steel door closed. And you remember that this looks almost exactly like the room that you'd encountered the ghouls the first time when you actually descended below the Golden Grain Inn.
Oh.
And to your horror, you recollect that the large steel door that bars the portal to the north right here, you remember that you guys had barred it from the other side
Oh.
to shut in whatever horrors lied in here.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Is there any way I can like access a lock or get?
Airwalk draws his sword.
Okay.
And yells out contact just as Loman as you're getting up there.
Oh.
But he's able to do it in time for you guys to actually prepare for this.
This is the thing I was not there for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
You guys
before your
see
time.
running. So in the torchlight, this is what you see running up the hall. Can everybody see the image?
Yeah.
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 Sweet.
Ugh.
And once again,
Ugly.
yeah. And once again,
I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
yep, no worries. Once again, out of the darkness, or you hear these things come running down the hall. Airwalk has his sword out, ready for he's already yelled out contact. He's ready for fight. I'm gonna need intentions is what I'm implying, guys. So Airwalk is going to attack longsword. This place sucks.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for somewhere to fix my torch. Oh, actually, no. What I'm gonna do is hold the torch, but I'll also get out my holy symbol.
Okay, you can do that.
Oh.
Yep, go ahead and initiative it up. Talissa.
I'm back.
Yep. I'm just gonna need initiative and intention from you, Tommy.
Let's see. I guess. Don't want to get close to it, but she still has her sickle in her hand. She's just gonna strike with that.
Gonna use sickle. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, 1 second. I had to do something here because okay. Yeah, one of them looks a little beat up, and you think this might be one of the ones that ran off earlier. Everybody got their initiative in? Good. Okay. So you see this thing come
Oh,
running out of the dark.
sorry.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and roll your initiative, Tommy. With your longsword.
Just setting our boy down and
Yeah, you're gonna have to. You hear this. You hear this scuffling.
contact.
You hear Airwalk yell out contact. You don't see anything yet, but I'm assuming you dropped Benrus in the hallway right there, which means you can move up to half your full movement right here, which in your case would be 60 feet in attack. And you see something. You see Airwalk poised for a strike, and you can see a pair of claw arms come out of the dark and take a swing at Airwalk. One of them hitting. Okay, I don't know why both are targeted, but he's luckily okay. And then this. Okay, and then good. Starting to get the hang of it again, guys. Okay, so what you see is this thing swipe at Airwalk several times and then try to bite. The Grugok deftly dodges most of the attacks. One of the claws, however, managed to hit him, but he quickly, he kind of lunges back and quickly pogos back right up into the fight. Riposts right back into the fight with his long sword and shakes it off. Loman.
Okay, I'm gonna move forward while praying to Bervin Waldwander to drive off the foul creatures.
Okay, so you have the holy symbol of the acorn
Yeah.
in your hand. You're holding it up and then reset. Okay. Go ahead and turn.
Oh yes.
Oh my God, bro! I was rooting for you, man.
Me too.
So, acorn, you see that this thing as it's still swinging at Airwalk. Talissa, you can see the thing. And Airwalk he looks pissed off and he's just dodging these blows. But you see Loman come out of left field, hold the acorn up and recite his prayer. And then immediately you see this, what you've come to know all too well as ghouls, holds up its hands like that. And you see little tendrils of smoke kind of rise off its skin. And it starts trying to retreat into the darkness. When that happens, Airwalk, you can get an attack of opportunity. Oh, it's not happening yet. My apologies. So yeah, Loman, go ahead and what? I think
that's it for me.
It starts to try to back away. You can see that it's recoiling in fear, but you can get an attack right now.
Are you talking to Alyssa or to?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Can I attack from here?
You can, yeah, you can easily get in there. It's yeah, there you go. Nice turn, Loman.
Yeah, I'm
That
getting
was
the hang of this
pretty
now.
sweet.
I was rooting for you, man, because this could have easily.
Yeah.
So swinging at this thing, your scythe literally hits the side of the rock and sends out sparks in the air, blue sparks, as you miss as this thing kind of ducks out of the way. Airwalk is gonna strike back with his sword. He's got so many weapons, I just don't know which one is the best one. And he hits
Nice.
right through the head of this ghoul. So again, this all happened pretty much at the same time. You coming over there, Loman, and Talissa, you swinging, and Airwalk steps back like that and then lunges forward with the long sword. It's not a slash. He lunges forward and sticks the long sword, the blade, right through the center of this thing's forehead. And you just see its body go limp, and then he uses his foot and kicks it off the blade. So it's stuck on him, and he kicks it like that, and the body falls back into the darkness. Dog is barking like crazy.
Oh yeah.
Same time this happens, you hear some gurgling and yelling from south at you, but you can't see anything. And you just hear footsteps running off. Zadar,
Running away.
you don't hear anything.
Oh, okay.
It's Arawak and Talissa. You could hear something else down south.
I'm just gonna move up, try to get a better look, I guess, behind these two.
Okay, you don't see anything in the immediate area living, but you do see a dead ghoul with a large hole in the middle of its forehead on the floor, and you see Arawak kind of poised for battle, looking to the south, but he's not pursuing anything. You can also see that there's a large metal door to the northeast, closed. And you can see that the path opens up to the south right here.
Now the turn will last a while, so if we move through with me keeping my holy symbol presented, we should keep that one away from us if we want to move through to the south.
Is the metal door, is this the one you were talking about that we barred from the other side?
Yeah,
So this area looks distinctly familiar to you. You guys had a very close encounter in this area. The door looks identical. The hallway looks identical. If it's another area, it would be quite a coincidence. Even the you guys went under the lake, and it kind of all aligns with where you guys are right now at the Golden Grain. So your direction sense is kind of telling you that it's a very high chance that this is the same room that you guys had been in before.
From my recollection of that door, do I think I can get it that unbarred from this side? My thieves' tools or anything?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so let's move through to the
So to remind you, it was a solid metal door, almost like in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There's no seam that you could get a blade through. So it's just a solid metal door with a bar across the front and no seams that you could actually fit through to actually try to jimmy up the bar.
Okay.
Right? And it's a heavy iron bar in front of it.
This is like the plot of a horror movie. This is hilarious.
Yeah, we've locked ourselves in.
Locked yourself in.
Wow.
Can you grab Benrus and we'll move through quickly here? Because while the turn is still on, that one will stay away from us.
I can put the party token on there if it makes it easier, guys, or do you just want to move around?
Does that go to a cellar which goes to
the Golden Grain Inn? So we're under the town now, so
but
we can
could anyone hear us if we yelled?
No, because we killed everyone in there.
Oh, I didn't. So it's not in business. It's not.
No, running. We've put it out of business.
Okay. Okay. Zadar looks.
That was a good idea.
Disappointed.
If it was normal, yeah.
Well, I guess it's the latrine.
You guys kind of filled me in on what happened there at this point.
Yeah, that's up to them. I would say you don't have much time to talk about it right now, but you can definitely fill him in on the basics.
Well, at least we know no one will be using the latrine if we want to go up that way.
That's true.
So what are we trying to do as a group, guys?
We're trying to move through to the south, and I'm going to keep my holy symbol out to, if we encounter it again, to keep the turn on, and see if we can move through and find a way out.
Okay, go ahead and move your tokens where you guys want to go.
And Zadar's getting Benrus. before we go.
Pick up bed rest for sure.
Yep. I'm taking that into account. I'm also taking into account how far it's going to take you to get from point A to point B. So just go ahead and move, and I'll tell you when to stop. So Loman, you see that it branches off in two directions, and you immediately recognize that this is that central chamber that you guys had come across earlier.
Okay.
One where it had the 3 chests.
So we'll keep going
This
to
looks familiar to you too, right here, but this is about the extent of where you guys proceeded the first time that you descended
okay.
into this catacombs.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah.
So
Well,
Arawak informs you that this is right back to where, so Arawak has kind of scouted in front, being Arawak, and he tells you that you guys have made a gigantic circle.
okay,
You are back where you started.
let's go to the latrine room. Loman's gonna have to go up, and then I'll go around and open up the door.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Okay, let's see what happens. You guys are making your way back in here. This is about 10 minutes later. Moving at 1/3 movement as a group. There we go. Everybody's torch is still in operation. If they're not, make sure to equip the torch and burn one out in your inventory. That means deplete one. Always
Do I
do
have
that
to have
when
a
you're...
torch if
No, you don't.
No, because
has
we
a
each have one. So
Yep. I'm just saying, when your light burns out, always make
Yeah.
sure just to deplete one of those from your inventory, so I don't have to.
yeah.
What are these on the floor?
Well, it's a pile, like I was saying, it's a pile of refuse right there. But you
Are these
can,
beams?
if there is some wood piled up on the ground, yes.
Maybe we could
Something yeah.
make the wood into a
Prop it up
makeshift
to the
ramp or something.
Yeah, or just even like a fire station pole, you know, if you have it
Okay. All right. So
held at the
I'm
bottom
going to
or somebody
describe
could
this a
climb
little
it.
bit better for you guys, and you guys tell me exactly what you're going to do to try to pull this off. So
Okay.
I would say that it is about 6 feet off the ground, the hole. It's about 2 to 2.5 foot diameter, maybe wider, maybe smaller as you go up. You don't know. You can just see a dark hole in the ceiling. It is at a slant. So to get up into the hole, you would have to climb up on this right here. And it's kind of slanted, right? It's not directly above like your head. It's not like that. It's more like this, like, the pipes that come out of like the sewer pipes at the beach, right? Like at an angle, right? So it's something that you definitely could get up because it's kind of at a 45-degree angle. You could climb up into it.
Okay.
But that's about all you can see right now, is that getting up into the hole wouldn't be that difficult.
Especially, yeah, Zadar could maybe give Loman a boost up there, and then any additional distance he could. Loman will use his climbing ability to climb up.
What about light?
Well, if Alyssa could hold my torch, and then if they could hand it up to me once I get up
Have
there.
somebody hold a torch down here, and
Okay.
then
Yeah.
Okay, so we got some light. We got Loman going up into the filth, and then you're going to get handed a light when you're up there and
Yeah.
see what's what.
Yes.
Okay, so all of this takes about 3 minutes. You're able to get up. Your hands immediately, as you come up into the hole, immediately sink about 6 inches down into God knows what filth. You feel a squish like that as your hands are in it. But you are up in there. You kind of pull yourself up a little more, and your chest goes into this squishy whatever the hell this is in the dark.
He
Turn
said
around with
You
filthy
take a swim
hands,
in the
and
lake after.
you
Loman
grab
is
the torch.
gagging. Good.
Yeah. You didn't
Yeah.
have, yeah, well, especially since you didn't wrap anything around your mouth. You were just up there in the open air. So I was wondering if you were going to do that. But you turn around with the filthy shit covered hands and grab the torch. And as you do so, because you kind of, by putting your hands in that, it's kind of wafted up the smell, right? It's let the wet layer underneath where it's kind of dried out. So it's come up, and you have to, I'm gonna need a
Constitution.
no, I'm gonna need a
everything.
let's just do a just give me a save versus poison.
Roll everything.
All right, you feel like you're gonna retch when this happens, but you're able to swallow it back
Yeah, I throw up a
down
bit in my mouth and then.
a little bit,
Yeah.
but you're able to fight it. You know, it's the adrenaline of wanting to get the hell out of this cave.
Yeah, because I'm worried press about that ghoul coming after those guys while I'm up here.
As Alyssa hands you the light and you see Zadar looking up at you in horror, you see Airwalk wander off again.
Well, at least he can see without when he's outside the torchlight. He can
Yeah.
get
Well,
a shot off. Yeah.
Disappears into the dark at the angle you're at right now. You can just see that he's probably walked off. Maybe who knows? He could have walked to the outer planes for all you know. Just has a mind of his own. So using the light, you're able to get a better view of this hole. It's pitch black. You see that there's a faint light up ahead, but it looks like it's at a 45-degree angle, and that you could actually climb up. At least you think you can.
Okay.
But you would say it's probably another good to where the light is. I'm trying to describe it here. It's not pitch black, and it looks like it's about 30 feet up ahead.
Okay. I'll work my way up
Very,
there.
very faint, a very, very faint light.
Yeah. Carefully work my way up there.
Okay. All right, go ahead and give me a dexterity in the tower. Okay, you feel yourself kind of sliding in the shit,
Oh.
and you think you're going to slide all the way back down like the Goonies, like the water slide in the Goonies, but you're able to grip the sides of the wall like this. You drop the torch as you feel yourself slipping. You drop the torch in front and put your hands out like that and kind of slip back 6 inches, but then dig into the sides of the walls and are able to gain your footing again
Okay.
and get a hold of your torch and make your way up. And this takes you a good another 5 minutes. Eventually, you come to where the source of the quote unquote light was, and it's a circular hole directly above you. It's a 90-degree, right? And you pop your head out through, and you realize that your head has just come out of the bottom of a toilet seat. So now your head is poked out of the bottom of a toilet seat, and you see that around you, surrounding you, is wooden walls, probably about 6 feet by 6 feet cube, with a wooden door in front of you. And your chest is covered in shit and piss. Your hands are covered in it. There's flies buzzing around you right now. But here
Okay.
you are standing with your head just above. So you're standing up straight right now.
Yeah.
And standing up straight, your head just barely comes up above the seat.
Okay, so I'm gonna push the seat up and then try and get my arms up and pull myself through.
And what are you doing with the torch?
Zadar calls out if it smells any better up there.
Not
You
yet.
can hear that.
Not
can
yet.
actually hear that. It's faint, and but the acoustics of the tunnel actually send the message up to you clear. What are you doing with the torch?
I'm gonna douse it because there's light up here. Is there light coming from? Like, there's some light in here. Then I'm just gonna
Yeah, it's faint light. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna douse it and just toss it out above me.
Okay. Okay, so you doused it in the shit and then tossed it out of the hole. Okay.
Yeah.
So you doused it in the filth that is the latrine.
Yeah.
Flies are buzzing around your head, and you manage to hoist yourself up out of the latrine.
Just like a Slumdog Millionaire.
I've never seen that. Does
Oh,
that happen in that?
it's a good movie. Yeah,
Never
is he?
seen it. It's Danny Boyle. I like Danny
Yeah.
Boyle, man. I've
Oh, it's
never
a great
seen it.
movie.
A good movie, dude.
So, so you managed to hoist yourself out. You're just disgusted right now. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
filthy in here, but you are up inside of the what you assume is an outhouse. There is a door in front of you. What do you do?
I open the door.
Okay, opening the door reveals Orlane to you, a street that you are well versed with, having been there for a week. You is probably guessing that it is very early morning, possibly 5, maybe 6, 7 o'clock. Sun has just come up recently.
Okay.
You see no one on the street standing around you. You do recognize that you are probably on the west side of the Golden Grain Inn, possibly one of the outhouses on the side of the Golden Grain Inn.
Okay, I'm going
Again,
around.
you don't see anybody on the street right now. It's very early. And if you guys remember back to the town, a lot of the town have either left or been rooted out by this point. So it's very much the town is very much everybody's just been boarded up and
I'm gonna go. We found an entrance to the Golden Grain, like through the cellar, right? So I think we found an exit from the cellar. So I'm gonna see if I can find that entrance to go in that way.
you certainly can.
Yeah.
So around the good memory, man. Around the west side of the building. In fact, right next to the outhouse. So as you step out and take a right, you
Cool.
notice that there's cellar doors
Yeah.
and they are padlocked.
Okay.
The lock looks as kind of a crappy, low quality lock.
Okay. I will
Um,
unlock it.
yeah. Okay, you can do that without too much trouble using your
Okay.
picks. Yeah, using your picks again. It's a low quality lock,
Okay.
and you're pretty skilled. Let me see your skills here, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, yeah. This lock takes you less than 30 seconds to pop.
Okay.
You
Cool.
hear the tumbler just go up. You open it up, and that reveals a set of stairs leading down into darkness. Again, just from the geometry and the placement of things, you are warning a guest that this goes into the fruit cellar that you
Yeah.
guys had wound up in before.
So I'm gonna light a new torch. I'm not gonna bother recovering the shit-covered torch.
Okay, go ahead and deplete that from your
Yeah.
inventory and equip it.
Okay.
Because when I use the timing tool, it'll drain the. That's why I have you guys equip them, and rather than just apply the effect,
Yeah.
maybe there's a better way to do it. I just don't like using all that automation that Scoot uses, where it's like just too much automation becomes too much to manage.
Okay. So yeah, I decremented, then equipped.
Perfect. That's perfect.
Okay.
All right, let me put you here, buddy. Okay. Give me 1 second. How's that?
Good.
Can you see?
Yes.
Okay, that's what you see.
Okay.
Immediately recognize this as the fruit cellar.
Yeah, I'll work my
Hey,
way.
give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back, Dwayne.
Okay,
30
I'm gonna grab
seconds.
a drink too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could use a 5.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
30. Sorry, not a 5.
Yep. Take Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You know? Filthy. Filthy game.
Yeah, I'll make
It was
my
like
way.
a really shitty Goonies.
Yeah, I mean, you guys could have. There's a lot of things you could have done. I wasn't expecting that one.
We were
You guys,
desperate.
you guys just wanted to take the quickest path out, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah,
I was
we're
not expecting that one. I did not. I literally just. I was not expecting that.
Well, I
When
mean, we just saw
like
our friend die, so.
exactly, I was
Yeah,
just
we
gonna say
just
when a
want out of
poor boy
here.
dies, like
We gotta
it's
drag him around, so the
I
shortest
love
route.
it. No, it
Yeah.
was super creative. I actually had to a little bit of backstory, not to ruin it, but a little bit of backstory. I had listed a few possible outs. That was one of them, but it was least likely to use. You know,
Of course
just
we
like
use it.
here's like ventilation shafts in here, like the ones you encountered when you were passing under the lake. You know, there's some natural fissures in the actual cavern. That those were natural. This isn't. This is actually dug out, right?
Yeah.
But another thing too that I remembered specifically, and I mean I noted it, it's written down, is that you guys had barred the exit.
Yeah, we had.
So
Yeah, I remember doing that.
Yeah.
Loman, you don't see anybody down here. Again, it's dark. Definitely, the smells of spices and everything are kind of drowned out by you. Specifically, you can't smell anything but
I'm like
yourself right
Pigpen
now.
now.
It's filthy, man. You tried to avoid, covering yourself with it, and most of it is situated along, the front side of you because you had to slide up on your belly, right, and your hands.
Do I see any
So
like on these tables or anything? Do I see any like tablecloths or napkins or anything I wipe myself off with?
there's a tarp in the corner over
Okay.
here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You can wipe yourself down, but it's
Yeah, I'm still
you
gonna
can get
stink, but
you got bulk. You've managed to you take a few minutes to get some of the more bulky pieces of filth off of you, and now you just got a bunch of smeared stuff all over the front of your.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's completely filthy. Your tunic is completely filthy. You don't have leather on, do you? You just have a tunic, right?
Yeah, because my
It's
leather
less to
got
clean.
trashed. Yeah.
Yeah, less to clean.
Yeah.
And then as far as
There was
okay,
a
so we're
secret
looking at
door over here somewhere, right?
yeah, and
That-
you easily find it.
yeah.
So again, there's a knob in the wall along the north wall right there. You find it almost immediately because you remember and you're able to open the door here.
Yeah. Yeah, because we came into the secret room first. Then we worked our way
Yeah,
around.
you came down from the trap door above.
Yeah.
So yeah, before you stands the large metal door, again reinforced with a large iron bar.
Okay.
What do you do?
I try and open it quietly.
Pretty heavy, but you're able to get it open.
Okay.
Doors open.
Okay. Oops. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna try and move quietly over to where they are.
Let me move silently on the tower, please. Okay. So you're going to move into, okay, so you don't even need to move your token. I can just describe
Okay.
to you what's happening. So as you work your way west, almost immediately you can see the light coming from the far end, where the rest of the party is.
Yeah.
You can see the silhouette of Arawak standing in the threshold. And then you have managed to get yourself right there.
So yeah, I motion for them to come on. It's open. Get out of here.
Ball's in your court, guys.
Zadar looks relieved.
So
Oh yeah,
dragging Benrus out.
I've got my holy symbol ready in case that ghoul, if the turn's worn off, comes back for more.
You guys are exiting? You going for the
Yes.
door?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get everybody
I
up here.
bar the door back up.
Oh, good.
Beautiful.
Good idea.
Thank you. I was waiting for someone to say that.
Yes.
Did you stuck, babe? Here. There you go.
yeah. Thanks.
Here you go. Tommy,
Yeah,
I got you.
I couldn't see.
Yeah, here. No, it's good. Here. All right, so you guys have managed to drag the dwarf. You know, from the looks of it, it's almost like he's bloated even more. It's really horrible to look at. It looks like George Lucas's neck. It's really bad. Really bad gout. That was a low blow. I know, that was a super low blow. Sorry,
low.
George. I love George, but yeah, no, he's got the neck. It looks like the worst case of gout you've ever seen. His neck is just, it's like that.
Oh my god.
Completely no neck. The poison hit him right, you know, the snake bit him right in the jugular, sending the poison like just immediately through his entire system and almost instantly killing him.
Hmm.
So you guys managed to, you know, it's slow going, right? Because you're having to drag the dwarf through there and you've already divvied up a lot of his equipment, but you are able to make it back up to the cells out to the street. You stand, and again, to the rest of you, this looks like it's early morning, possibly 6, maybe 7 o'clock-ish. The sun just kind of came out recently. That's what you're gonna guess. The streets are quiet. It is, let me see. It's a little bit windy. Feels kind of like a Santa Ana.
So should we take
warm
Benrus and just lay him up in the cottage for now, and then we could go to the slumbering serpent and clean myself off and rest. Yeah, maybe I'll jump in a horse trough somewhere or something. Hey, is there like there's a stable at the Golden Grain? Maybe there's a trough somewhere I can jump in and wash myself off.
So I'm gonna tell you this right now. Let me take a look at something. And yes, you can find some place to clean yourself up. In fact, the foaming mug, you can take a bath there.
Okay.
But what I'm gonna tell you is,
It's one nasty foaming mug.
yeah, it's really bad. Your leather or your armor, some of your armors are gonna need to be serviced a little bit, and we'll discuss the specifics of that. Essentially, what we need to do is there's some cost of living that you guys have incurred being here for a week and a half. There's some things that you need to take care of. There's also a jeweler in town. You would know this. You did know this. I had brought it up several times, but this is where you can go and exchange. There is the blacksmith.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Yeah, you guys have never made it back to the general store, but the chances are that, you know, if they're still there, it would be surprising at this point after what you guys have discovered. Or maybe not. You know, their daughter or the sister of that, or the daughter of that family, right?
Yeah, we sent her off with money.
Yeah,
right?
she never went back. So as far as, I mean, it's a 50-50 chance on whether or not the family has blown town. you know, or just trying to maintain cover, right? So you guys have never made your way back there to the village store. You also, inside the cottage, have several pieces of equipment, which is in the party sheet, if you'd like to look at it. So that would be banded mail. You have a light crossbow. You have a footman's mace. You have a very nice human-sized set of plate mail.
Mm.
Looks very finely crafted. And a very nice looking shield. Looks like it's never been used ever and is quite light for its size.
Zidar, you're going to be well equipped with magic, I think.
I mean, didn't I already find some plate mail?
You have some bronze.
Oh, okay.
You have some bronze half plate. It's half plate, it's not full plate.
Yeah, so this would be an upgrade.
Bronze, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's a little bit softer, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
just like funny, the silver and gold, you know, armor in the player's handbook is funny. It's like, you know, the gold is 5 times the cost, and what is it? -4, you know, 4 worse AC because it's so soft.
Yeah.
Soft metals, and the silver is -2. They're ceremonial, you know, that's what that's for. But it's interesting. It's kind of cool. I like that.
So I think we'll lay Benros up at the cottage, and then go to the slumbering serpent, and I think we need to rest. I also am at the point where I can level up in Cleric in XP too.
And that's the second thing I was going to ask is, why don't you guys give me a second and see something here, because I believe everybody is going to level up finally. Okay, 1 second. I haven't applied all experience yet. Okay, let me check everybody. Yeah, definitely. All right, I'm going to put you at... That's going to put Tommy at level 3. There's no training until we get to level 4, guys, so don't even worry about the training.
Oh, okay, so I can just level.
There's nothing to train here, you know what I mean? In Orlane, you can absolutely just level up. Okay, it looks...
Whoa, what did I just do?
You didn't do anything, I did it.
Okay.
So
I clicked on something in chat.
Oh,
just
you're fine.
copied it, I guess. Weird.
You probably drag and drop. So what did you level up in? Cleric?
Yes.
Perfect. So you got a level 2 Cleric, level 2 Thief? You're full on Jimmy. You're full on Jimmy Swaggart now.
And my turning improves even. So that's...
Yep.
Then I get another spell.
Yep. And Laura, I'll help you level up Talissa. You are level 3, so you can go in and how did that happen? Hold on, guys. I'm just bookkeeping.
What are we doing about Benris? I feel like...
Well,
I'll tell you in a minute.
Kind of a big deal, right?
I'm just
we're gonna have to take care of him while we're recovering and resting.
Because of the 5. I don't know what but you know, again, it happens. The character died, so I mean,
that wasn't supposed to happen. That wasn't.
No, it wasn't intentional. I was just joking about that, but
yeah, this just feels crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, it happens. You know, the characters die, and I want Roger to come back. When Roger comes back, we will roll him another character. It just happens.
Cool.
I even told Scoot, I was like, Scoot, in all honesty, I'm surprised only one of you guys died
I'm
down
surprised I'm
there.
still alive. Shit.
Yeah, we've come
You guys got
close a
lucky.
few times, especially that
Yeah,
coffer
I did
corpse.
die.
That was
coffer corpse.
Yeah.
Plus, you got to
Yeah.
remember too, you guys are exhausted.
yeah.
Like you've been in like 4 consecutive battles back to back. You guys are
And we've
exhausted.
been wandering around, not able to get out from the tunnels. It's
Yep.
it's been taxing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very much. Very.
I think it's
All
because
right.
like if someone dies, it like feels bad if you don't role play it
Yeah,
intensively.
yeah,
Yeah, no, that's true. So let's start with, okay, Airwalk is not going to level up at this time. Let's start with you, Loman. Have you already taken care of it? You're pretty good
yeah,
at this.
yeah. I did it.
So,
Yeah.
so give me the breakdown. You gained a level in Cleric,
Yes.
so you're obviously gonna get at least one more slot.
Yeah, I got one
I need
slot.
you got one slot,
Yeah.
and then your turning improved. Did your Thaco improve? Let me look at it.
Didn't say
I'll
that
look at
on
it.
the.
Level 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll look at it. So you got, yeah, you gained 1 divine slot. You gained, yeah, your Thaco doesn't improve this
And
level.
4 hit points.
4 hit points. Okay, that's decent.
Yeah,
It's a
that's good
decent
for
roll.
me. That's like 50% more.
Yep.
Mhm.
So make sure to pick the spell you want, and you are good to go.
Oh, can you give me a
Talissa,
long rest so I can?
I absolutely.
Yeah.
Let me just take care of everything.
Yeah.
We'll do some bookkeeping right now. We
Yeah.
need to also do some. We need to get rid of some things in the party sheet, sell some things, do
Yeah.
some repairs.
Yeah.
We need to take care of Benrus. There is an undertaker in town. I was going to mention that you might not want to leave a corpse in the cottage.
No, we're just doing that just for the very short term while we just got ourselves cleaned up and just took a moment
It's
to.
okay, like 8 hours or whatever. It is rather warm today. I just
Well, no, just
throw
for
that out there.
a couple hours.
Yeah. I mean, Loman needed to shower.
Yeah, I needed to
Yeah,
get
Can't
myself
walk around
cleaned
the
up
town.
and.
you really wanted that filth off you. I get it.
Yeah.
Talissa, you have gained enough to level up. Again, next level though, guys, it will be training level. Okay. Or after
Okay.
after 4th level, you have to seek out training. The first 4 levels, no training.
Okay.
In this specifically in this game, because what are you gonna do? Orlane's a ghost town at this point. That's number 1. Number 2, there's no place for you to go buy or healing or raise or anything, right? Unless you're gonna travel 3 days to the east or 3 days to the west to Ho Chooch or Hook Hill, right?
Meaning we're kind of limited on
You're
how we can
limited on
level up
yeah,
as
you're
far
limited.
as being away from major cities.
Right. The
Okay.
way that level
Cool.
up works in 2E is you're supposed to go through training, right? There's like it's
But the
I
further you are away from civilization, the
yeah. So after you don't just immediately just learn everything. It's kind of it's a rule I've kind of am a little bit on, right? It's like once you've gained that enough experience, like say I give an example, you're a fighter, right? You've gained enough experience to level up to 3. You go seek out some type of a mentor to hone those skills that you've just learned, and usually it's at cost, like certain amount X amount of money, right, to finish off the training and really hone the skills that you've just come to
time
learn
and
over the course.
money, yeah.
Right. I'm not really the biggest fan of it, but I mean, I think for
So you
higher
can
levels it
scale it
makes
down a
sense.
little bit.
Yeah.
Sounds cool.
Well, it's a way to also drain the coffers, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yes,
in
please.
old D&D, you accumulate wealth very fast. So they had to think of a lot of creative ways to actually drain the wealth of the PCs, else they, become.
That's all I've been modding into Cyberpunk this weekend is ways to spend fucking money.
There you go. All right, so Talissa, you are going to level up. Let me help you with this. Actually, I would like you to do it, babe. So go to, you know how to do it. So click on the cogwheel
Yeah.
for Druid Force level 2.
Yeah. And
Druid.
then just
See the little plus?
yeah.
Click on that.
I see it. Adding a new level cannot be undone. Are you sure? Yes.
Yes. And thank you, Mike, for adding the log. Cool.
Yeah, the log is handy.
Is he still there? I don't ever gone.
I'm not sure if he's still there.
You are now level 3, and let me see what you've
Yeah,
gained.
he's still in the chat.
Let me see what you've gained. You've gained 1 die hit points. So in the, let me see what you got here, babe.
I feel like you could add to training the chance to maybe learn a random skill or like not learn the skill you were intending to as well.
Yeah, I'll explain that a little bit later. The non-weapon proficiencies and stuff, you do gain an extra non-weapon proficiency or a weapon proficiency.
I know you're not proficient in one, pick up something else
You
halfway
gain you
through it
gain
or
you
something.
gain a point to spend every few levels. It's different for the 4 different archetypes.
But it's like role based. There's like a table for it, right?
Well, no, you can you basically, you're supposed to be like role playing that, hey, like say you wanted to learn pottery, right? Just throw that out there. It's a non-weapon proficiency, right? During the course of when you're playing and that character, you would have role played that you had stuck out, or sought out, someone on how to do this. Or here's a better example. Say you wanted to learn how to use the crossbow. It's assumed that during that time as you're leveling up that you're actually taking time to practice with the crossbow. Then when you get to a certain amount of levels, I think with fighters, what is it? Every 4 levels you gain 1 weapon proficiency.
I think it's three for
Every
fighters.
3 levels you
Yeah.
gain 1 weapon proficiency. You would pick crossbow when you leveled up because you had role played, hey, that's the weapon that I wanted to learn.
Use experience.
Yeah, because it doesn't have to be that way. It's just encouraged that, hey, if you're gonna pick swimming, for your non-weapon proficiency when you level up, like at least have role played that you had spent some time like trying to learn to swim, right?
Gives you an excuse to go to a town too. I mean,
Yeah. So let's see here. Okay, completed Druid level 3.
And gain 2 additional
Yeah,
hit points. But I got
you
some
gain.
cool features.
I know. Identify plants and animals.
Uh-huh.
Pass without a
Language
trace.
of
Language
the
of the
woods.
wood added. I didn't know that they got this at level 3.
Oh
This is
yeah,
really
yeah.
cool.
They get some good features.
Yeah, this is cool. And then you get your hit points you gained were kind of shitty, but it happens. You gained 2 hit points. You gained 1 class level. Okay, we'll look into all this. And you did you get a slot?
You get
Gained a non-web. Yeah, you gained a non-web. I didn't, dude. I love this log. Thank you, Mike, for this log. Advancing druid to level 3. Gained 1 non-weapon proficiency slot for leveling. We can work on this later, babe. But we're just, you gained your divine spellcasting is level 3, which means that you've gained
a second level. Doesn't she get a second level?
Yeah, you gained 1 second level slot.
And she might have her wisdom bonus might give her more too, if you play that.
I absolutely play that.
So.
And you will, yeah. So. Yeah, so you're gonna gain. Oh yeah, you get 2 second level because your wisdom is 17. So let me look and make sure it's right here.
That might be 3 because she might have 2 bonus.
3. Yep, it's gonna be 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm not understanding here. So spell slots, she's got 1 second level slot and 4 first level.
Yeah, so you need to manually adjust it to 3 second level because that's not coded in. Wisdom adjustment? No.
I thought it did do it. It
No.
does it for first levels.
I don't think it.
It does. It definitely does for first
Really?
levels. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Absolutely. Because she would have had 2, and then it's 2 additional first level slots. So that gives her 4. She has 4 right here.
Yeah, and I've got 4. But
It works. That's why I'm surprised to not see it. Let me see something. That's why I'm surprised not to see it working for second level, because it's always worked.
Yeah, I thought I had to do it manually, even for first level.
No, you don't. It always has worked for me. It might be yeah, she's got 1 additional 3rd level slot
Yeah.
and 2 additional 2nd level slots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll
Mm.
fix that. But yeah, usually it's always worked. I don't know if it only works for 1st level when you first create the character, because it definitely works on level 1. I know that because I've made several clerics and druids
Yeah.
with high wisdom, and it's always taken into account the
Hmm.
wisdom bonus for high spells. I have a shaman where it works too.
Cool.
Yeah, it's just weird. Let me throw a long rest. So we're gonna rest for 8 hours, right,
Well,
guys?
we'll take care of Benrus first.
I'll take that into account.
Yeah.
I'm just handling everything as I go
Sure.
here. So
Yeah.
we'll go 8.
Is there a local service that can take care of Benrus for us?
There is.
There's an
gold?
Undertaker.
There is an
Yeah.
Undertaker. You guys have already had to bury somebody else. You had to bury one of the mayor's sons and the bodyguard. Remember that?
Yeah.
Here we go
Oh.
again.
I'm gonna rest for 8 hours.
This hits different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you rest, you take all day to rest, you wake up, you'd say it's very late afternoon. Again, this is the fall, so sundown will be coming soon. So I'm gonna say that are you guys gonna try to visit any of the shops?
Well, the
That's the first
Undertaker
question.
to deal with Benrus's arrangements.
They can definitely take care of that. He gives you his condolences. He's sorry for your loss. It's he asking for 100 GP to take care of the burial of your friend.
So we'll take that out of Benrus's funds, I guess, and
Okay,
maybe divvy up the rest. I didn't put it. Yeah. So
that's fine. I can do it.
yeah, if you want to throw that in the party sheet.
I can absolutely do it. God, I've never seen Wound 1000. That's
Yeah.
interesting. You know,
Yeah.
spend
Awesome.
It said
currency.
1,000.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dude, so
Wound.
I mean, that's
if
yeah.
Arawak walked into that room, would he have had a better chance of
So
spotting that?
It was basically the fact that both Benrus and Loman were both surprised and didn't even get a chance to react
Only based on the
because
surprise roll.
because yeah because if
That could have gotten
well two
anyone.
it
I
could have
feel
gone
like.
any way. So
Well, I feel like
if
anyone, like
but
whoever was
yeah,
standing there, like,
absolutely, if anyone would have failed that, they would have been dead.
well, Benrus has
That
the best save because
like-
he's a dwarf. He is a
but
Yeah.
that's
+4.
that's
Yeah.
almost like a trap built for people like Arawak. You know what I mean? That
yeah
specifically scout ahead.
Yeah, but also what Loman or Dwayne just said, it's kind of terrible luck because
That
so,
too, yeah. But
you know
I
what,
mean,
dude?
that could have gotten Arawak like very easily, even with like having
Mhm.
high, you know.
Well, he's less surprised, like because he's an elf. He's his dex.
So that would have helped him at least.
Yeah.
Okay, on surprise rolls.
Yes.
Okay. That's what I was
You
curious
know what
about.
I'm confused about here? I'm not going to retcon anything, but
What?
the poison save adjustments for Constitution
Yeah, it's coded. It worked. I looked. I saw it on the roll.
for dwarves, it actually gave him the
Yes.
dwarven
Yeah.
bonus.
Yeah. I saw
Yeah,
it there.
because
No, he rolled really low.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been telling. It's funny, man. All the time I'm like, okay, when they do the saves, check the dexterity based dodgeable, saves to add in the bonus if they have high dexterity, because
Especially if you see a
can't
skull on top
you
of your.
can't automate that.
Mhm.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You can't really automate that unless you code every single thing, with some metadata like, hey, this is a dodgeable effect, right? But then there's also the racial abilities, like what we, when it comes to, dwarves. And
But-
there's also the wisdom base mind affecting ones, which is another thing that you can't really code without having
Yeah.
some type of metadata like illusion, right?
Mhm.
So when it rolled the save, I'm looking at his constitution. There's a poison save adjustment, which is 0. There's no bonus right here. You're saying the racial ability kicked in for
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay. I was like, man, I hope I didn't fuck that up. And
No, it was a +4, but he still failed.
wow. Yeah, I see it. Save bonuses. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Dwayne.
Yeah.
Yeah, Constitution saving throw bonus. There we go. Beautiful. It's been a few weeks since I ran a game too, so it's like you get rusty. You have to run games like a lot, dude, or like it just
Yeah.
and I'll start getting my wind like later on sometimes and I'm just like fuck, man, and then, I almost want to go back to running it every week, man. I'm telling you. Like we might do that this year. It's just like see. Okay,
Me.
well, so Ben Russ, you handed him over to the Undertaker. They gave him a nice plot, a nice casket. They're not burying him instantly. They'll take care of it, and the procession will be in a day or so.
Does he have family? Did he ever mention?
Not here. Ben Russ has always kind of kept to himself. The dog is with you guys.
Alyssa, I
Shadows
think
is-
you're the one best suited to work with Shadow, I think.
Yeah, I'm taking kind of
Maybe
Well,
if you
taking it
do
for a
like
bit.
animal friendship, like memorize that while we're resting, and then kind of
That's a
bring
good
them along, and then you
point.
could do speak with animals too to explain to them what happened.
That's a
Yeah.
good point.
Got forced into animal handling.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you might want to take that as your non-weapon proficiency, the animal handling for the dog,
What if I
Yay.
like try
or
to like,
animal
Let's think
training.
about
what
before
if
we
I
do.
try to take over Benris's ways and become like a beast?
It's very much a thing that it takes a
Yeah,
so
but
we'd have to
I
role
could
play
choose
that.
like, a
Yeah,
couple skills
it
to at
wouldn't be
least
this
like
level.
issue commands or something.
It wouldn't be this level. It'd be the next level, and like I said, you'd have to kind of role play that in that you were trying to teach the dog.
Or like we just all become like a master of none of shadow,
We'll see. So here's what I'm gonna do for the. I'm sorry, Tommy. I'm just trying to do one thing here. I got um. She's got two. Okay, Talissa's got 2 additional second level slots. I'm going to code that in here manually, which will put you at 3. Beautiful.
We could
Oh,
each
that's
have like a different command we could issue.
Did I do the wrong one? I did the no. That's so weird. I put it in 3 level 2. Now I get a runtime. Yeah, we'll have to look at this. I think something happened here with this. It's
Yeah.
I'm coding in 3 level 2 slots because again, it always has worked before. And now it is. There we go. Yeah,
That works.
Yeah, there was a bug. There was some type of a bug there. It was a runtime, but I got it. You got 3 additional slots. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it's always worked before. It just when you level up, it takes into account whatever your high wisdom is, and if you have bonus, spell slots, it usually adds them. So
Yeah, well, for me, I know I've had to adjust it before, so I don't
that's
know.
good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know. All right, so I fixed the spell slots. You can go ahead. You can do this later, babe, but you have
Yeah.
3 level 2 slots. And then
Okay.
you also have an addition. Let's make sure your weapon proficiency. We're doing a bookkeeping session right now. Yeah, you
Maybe we
have
should.
one non-weapon proficiency
Mm.
to use, so take note of that. You have
Okay.
spells that you can pick, level 2 slots, and then we need to take a look. Again, I need to familiarize myself with Language of the woods, identify plants and animals, pass without a trace, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Perfect. Loman, you're all set. Zadar, let us handle you now, buddy. You are a level 3 fighter.
Uh-oh.
So what I'm going to do is, okay, so you see where it says fighter 2
Yes.
on your main tab? Click the little cogwheel. And you'll get the class and level for Zadar Dudikoff. Zadar Dudikoff, man, that name. So epic, dude. It's an inside joke, by the way, Dwayne, that name.
Oh,
I'll let
Oh,
Tommy explain.
nobody knows, huh? It's just
Nobody
two.
knows.
It's just two like super B movie actors combined.
Yeah.
Robert
Okay.
Zadar
And Michael Dudikoff.
Michael Dudikoff. Dude.
Yeah, the American Ninja. It's the American Ninja mixed with the guy with cherub syndrome, the big chin guy, the maniac cop. Look it up. Look up
Yeah,
Robert Zadar.
Maniac Cop versus American Ninja.
Yeah, Maniac Cop and American Ninja. Yep. So, God, the fucking name, dude. All right. So what you're gonna want to do is, do you see the little green plus right next to XP needed? You notice how you have 401 and you needed 4,000. See the little green plus?
Yeah.
Click that. You see where it's and now you should be getting a splash screen that says, "Are you sure you want to update
Yeah,
or
I think
level
we're
up?"
good. So
Okay, you did it. Yep. Okay, good. Let me make sure. Let's see what you rolled here. You can always look at the log too, but don't mess with the log. Just look at it. All
I'm
right.
level
So
3 and I need twice as much experience to
hey,
level up.
you gained
Is that right?
I'm sorry, what now?
I don't know.
Hold
I think I did it right.
Hold on.
I should be level 3, right?
Yeah, level 3. I don't know why it says level 4 here. That's bizarre.
I changed the number to 3 and then up the experience
Oh,
and then changed it back.
Oh, you manually changed it?
But I changed it back, so it should be okay.
Yeah, it's
now.
weird. I think it's screwed up here. Hold on.
My bad.
So, yeah, you have to let the automation do it. So you have to click the plus right there and then hit yes. Yeah, so you manually typed in 4 in level and then hit it. Is that what you did, or you manually put in 3 and then hit plus?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
don't do that.
But then I
Yeah,
typed
no.
back in 3 again.
Yeah, no, it's okay. But see, yeah, that's why it says Zadar gained level 4 in fighter right here. That's why.
but that's why the log is
mine
useful,
says
because you
3,
can actually
so-
revert stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna revert it. So here.
Mine is reverted though. It says
No,
3.
but the abilities get added. If you just change the
Doesn't
number,
get
it doesn't revert the changes.
Yeah,
Interesting.
exactly. Yeah, so again, this is fucked right now. So here's what we'll do. What is the okay, experience needed 400. Okay, I'll do it like this. I've never had to fix one like this.
Yeah, I've had to do it
this
before.
during, like, a 0 session if you want. Sometime later.
Yeah, I'll fix it. I'll fix it for you. So let's not worry about it right now. But yeah, I'm trying to use the log to fix it, but I don't really know which things to revert here. Let's see.
Yeah, you have to kind of take time and go through it to do
Yeah,
it in the
yeah,
log.
and you also have to manually fix the
The hit points and
experience.
the
Yeah, and the
THACO.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what you do, Tommy, is you hit the plus and you let the automation take care of it. If you start manually inputting stuff, it will conflict it, but it's fine. We'll fix it. It's easy to fix. I just need to back some things up on it.
Cool.
Yeah, let's I might even have a backup of your character. So I'll fix it.
But we were basically stopping for the night and just leveling up.
Well, we're gonna do
Yeah.
some like housekeeping, like we'll
Yeah,
do
we're
some
gonna
shopping and stuff, like
Exactly.
and RP.
Okay,
I think.
Exactly. Exactly.
We have some
So
gems to
so
sell.
what now, babe?
And we have some gems. Like we can sell some gems.
Yeah,
You
we
can
have.
definitely
Gems to the
go.
jeweler.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can definitely go and visit
And
the jeweler.
repairs.
Yeah, in fact,
Armor repairs.
let me pull up the main map and so you
yeah.
guys have this.
I want to get a lantern too because then we don't have to worry about the torch going out and gives us more light.
Yep.
Because the dark has been like our limited vision has been really creepy and a handicap while we're in those tunnels, especially against those ghouls who come up on us without us seeing.
And you guys
Yeah.
have been underground for quite some time too.
Yeah.
I'd take a lantern.
Well, we're gonna take a couple days, and
Yeah.
each rest we get 2 hit points back each because I'll use the healing proficiency to
I'll take that into
take
account.
take care of everyone.
And this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drop everybody on here so they can see the map.
Oh yeah,
Can
great.
everybody see the map?
Yeah.
Okay.
We also kind of need to go over how much of a dent we put in this mysterious activity and whether we've
Yeah.
thwarted
Here,
it.
yeah. Hold on one second. I'm fiddling with something really quick.
And kind of what we've figured out.
Oh, and we should go see if the hermit is back around too. Check in with him.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, I'm giant. I'm
Yeah,
the
what
size
I'm
of a
gonna do-
building.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do
Yeah.
is I'll just put a big party token on here for you
Yeah.
guys, or a big Loman, and then
Uh.
include, and then make Loman the
Well, that way we can just do kind of one character at a time, go through one character's all their stuff at
it's
once.
just be able to it's just to be
Show
able
whose
to
token we're working on.
or just be able to use one,
To
so it's like,
represent the party.
yeah, represent the party.
Yeah, so we've taken care of Benrus.
Can everybody see the map and everything?
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
beautiful. Everybody, Tommy, can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. You know, what's funny, Tommy, is I actually have you backed up on another game right before we played this game. So all I have to do is just import that in and I'll level you up, and I'll just override the character. It's fine. I always back up before we play and after we play, so I have a copy
Yeah, that's
of your
good.
character. Yeah,
Because it's also like for level drain, it's a pain in the butt
oh
to do
yeah,
it on the log, but you can do it
yeah,
if you have a backup. It's much better.
yeah. That's what we were doing in Scoot's game. We actually we just made like the drained version, and I used that until I, got restored.
I'm
We
getting a
backed
bunch of
it up.
errors here.
Are you? Close it. Okay, so
We should
let's
sell
see
some of
here.
this stuff.
What now?
Yeah,
You want to sell some stuff?
like the gems. Do we need them for anything? I
Well,
have a 50 gold piece one.
well, they're lighter than carrying currency. If we can sell them if we want to buy something,
I see. So
but
just
yeah,
use that as money.
yeah, because if we convert them to currency, then we have to carry the currency around if we're not going to spend it right away.
I see. Okay, that's the advantage of having
Yeah.
it in gems.
Yeah.
So let's do this first. You have this equipment in the cottage. You have the banded mail, chainmail, crossbow, dagger. What are we doing with this equipment in the cottage?
Did they sell armor at the general store?
They did.
Okay, well maybe we'll take it there because I want to go there anyways to get a lantern.
To
and
your
some oil.
surprise, the husband and wife are in there working the counter, and they act like nothing is transpired.
Oh,
They're still as warm and welcoming as ever. So you said you were going to try to offload
Yeah,
this.
well, we're gonna have
armor.
Airwalk stay out because he kind of offended them last time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And yeah, sell
Okay.
this equipment
Mm-hmm.
and then try and get a lantern, oil.
You're gonna try to sell the plate and the shield and everything.
Oh no, the plate I think Zadar's gonna take, right? But
Okay.
Yeah, I should take it.
All right. So they offer you a cool 200 GP for everything.
$100.
Yep. You have a feeling you're being
Ripped off. Yeah,
ripped off, but
we'll take it. Just unload it.
Yeah.
okay. And regarding the stuff in the party sheet, please take the plate and the shield out and distribute them amongst yourselves.
Okay, Zadar,
Zadar.
you want to take those?
The bronze plate?
No, the plate, full plate mail that's in the sheet.
It's in the party sheet. I can put it in there if you want, Tommy.
Sure.
Okay, I can do that for you. So do you know how to get to the party sheet?
Yes.
Okay, so in the party sheet, the inventory.
There's an
click on the
inventory tab.
Yeah, there's a tab called inventory. What you want to do is you want to drag that shield. There you go. And then there's a shield.
Yeah, I know how to do that, but
above.
I wasn't sure if you were gonna do it for me or not.
Oh no, I didn't
you
know
said-
if you knew how to do it or not. That's all.
No, you asked if. Okay, we're good.
And there's a shield left in
Sick.
there.
Okay, cool.
So
And the
immediately
bronze
upon
mail.
you have bronze mail equipped right now. So
Or should he try to sell the bronze? Now
you
or
want to try to
just-
sell the bronze
Yeah,
May
plate?
I?
yeah, might as well.
Yes, you may. You've gained 50 GP. You have a feeling that you are being taken advantage of, but
Yeah, there's not much else. We'd have to like flip to another city.
I'll fix this for you, Tommy. So you're going to be wearing this plate. Surprisingly fits.
And then, did Benros have any other gold on him or coins on him?
Yes, I will distribute that right now.
Yeah.
So let's see here. First of all, bronze plate. Let's get rid of that. Done. Okay. Tommy, you're pretty tough, Tommy.
Yeah, you're
you're
gonna
not
be
carrying.
heavy
He's
duty.
tough. Yeah, well, he's 17 strength. That's why he's able to. Oh, nice. Got an AC of -1.
Then he's
That's
got
good.
that sword too. You're gonna be like formidable. You're the front man now.
You guys need it.
Yeah, without
Bronze
Benros
plate.
especially,
I
we
know.
need you
Lost
tough
your
in the
other
front.
heavy. Lost your other heavy.
Yeah.
Tommy's the tough man now. Okay, I'm sorry. What else was there that looks
I was gonna
good?
buy a lantern from them.
Lantern. Okay. Go ahead and let's see. Is it in the store? Let me open up the store here. Shops. So open up the shops
Okay.
under campaign and you should see Orlane General Store.
Yep.
Do you see a lantern in there? And if you
Hooded
don't,
lantern.
there's a hooded lantern in there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, add
And
that
oil.
Yeah.
and add that. They're quite well stocked, but their prices are exorbitant.
Yes.
Exorbitant. Speech impediment.
Oh. No.
You ever seen the store, Tommy?
Think so.
I don't know if I've ever. I don't know if do you use the top menu or the sidebar?
The sidebar.
Okay, on the sidebar under campaign
Yeah, I think I've seen the picture.
or the shops. I mean, there's an actual shop, like
Yeah, I've seen it.
it's cool. Like you can
Yeah,
open up the
thank you.
shop and you can actually
On
buy
the
stuff in
sidebar,
there.
yeah.
Yeah. Some people, I mean, I like the menu style that Mike wrote. I like that
Yeah.
one, and I like both. I like both. I don't know why I've been using the sidebar lately. I always use the other one. I think it was because you can easily drag some of the buttons down to the hot bar
Oh,
from the
yeah.
sidebar, and you can't do that with the menu. But once you get it hotkeyed, though, you can just switch it back to menu. Okay, go ahead and purchase that.
Okay.
Buy. Did it deplete that gold? I'm just curious. When you do that, it depletes it right out of your inventory, huh?
Yes.
That's awesome. That's saves so much time.
Yeah. Nice.
There, that is really great. Okay, Talissa, anything that you would like?
I was I was kind of poking around the store and then I had to feed the cat. So let me
I
let me go
presume the
back and look.
leather armor is human sized. That's in stock.
Yeah, it's human.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you for asking me that. And then someone had asked me about the gold on Benrus. What I'm
Yes.
gonna do is
Yeah.
I'm gonna offload this to the party sheet.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be he's pretty loaded. So that's gonna be 29 platinum that you find on him. You didn't even know that he had. He might have somehow tucked these away. 39 electrum, which nobody in their right mind uses anymore. 164 gold pieces. 240 silver pieces. And 408 copper pieces. So 408 pennies. Distributed equally.
Yes.
Done.
Thank you. Okay, anything else you guys think of that we need?
Let's see.
Actually, I might need more oil than what I bought.
So first of all, each of you, for just regular maintenance, wear and tear for this month, I'm gonna need to subtract 100 GP from everyone.
Okay.
Does everybody know how to do that?
Yes.
How much? 100?
100, yeah. So in your inventory, there's a little spend
And
currency button. You click the spend currency and just type in 100 under gold pieces. And you can put a title in there if you want or not, doesn't matter. On expenses, I see that. Perfect, guys. Perfect. So that's regular upkeep. So what that means is that you've spent some money repairing your armor, which will in turn bring you guys back down to, well, it's not just armor, it's all your equipment. So Talissa, yes, your armor is fixed. Is it our fuck your armor is brand new. What else do we got here? How are we looking on? Okay, we got,
Why am I spending 100 then if it's brand new?
you wouldn't be, and that's why I'm gonna give that back to you.
Alyssa is replenishing her supply of sling bullets.
Okay. 10 gold is for the rent and other maintenance on equipment, Tommy.
I get it.
But I give you 90 back though, because you're absolutely right. You just got a brand new pair of armor. Although I could be a Nazi and say you need to have it fitted, but for whatever reason, this armor just plate usually have to have it fitted.
Just
But
do
the,
whatever you want. I
but
didn't.
this plate we're
You're
gonna keep it. We're gonna KISS keep it
cool.
simple,
Thank you.
stupid.
Thank you, man.
Your plate is good too. It's like you're at a -1. That's
Cool.
really
Yeah,
good.
that's crazy to come up on like 2 full sets of armor in like
Yeah.
1 session.
Yeah, you had to forcibly remove the previous occupant of one of the armors you found. Half eaten.
I hope the rest of the party can find some cool stuff soon.
Oh, they will. We've kind of reached the Act 3, guys.
Nice.
Yeah, we're getting into the latter or the last third, Act 3 of the game.
Yeah, we want to check on the hermit, see if he's back while we're resting.
Yep. And just let me do one thing here. I'm going to take Tommy's character and I'm going to export it. In fact, here. You guys feel free to go into the store and buy stuff while I'm doing this because I'm
Okay.
going to fix this
Yeah,
right
I'll
now.
take a look at
Yeah,
the
I'm
store, see if there's anything.
looking at things.
It's a dark. It's a dark. It's the dark. Dudikoff. I'm just going to fix Tommy's character right now because we're here. Dudikoff. New. Okay. I forgot I brought in all these pre-gens too, which are pretty cool, but I know that I'm going to want like more than just level 1 characters, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you know the Osric has lots of like their NPC module has a lot of and set like built characters that you
I
can
didn't
play
know
with.
that.
Yeah.
Really?
There's an
Oh,
Osric
cool.
module with the NPCs, like different, all the different races and classes and everything. So then you can
Oh,
use those as a base to build, like, customize to a
oh,
character rather than starting
really?
from scratch. Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll take a look at that. That's a way to jump right in, you know what I
yeah,
mean? So, looks like we're buying some oil,
yeah. I want to have plenty.
tunic. Yeah, so you got rid of your stinky tunic?
Yes.
Okay. Ember, or I'm sorry, Laura, you buying anything else?
I was looking around, but
Yeah,
I
take
mean,
your time.
it's weird. Like a ladder is only 10 copper pieces, but it's 20 pounds, so it's not something very
Not very mobile.
easily. Yeah.
You might be able to seek out a wagon. You can also go to the jeweler and convert some of this stuff, your currency.
Yeah,
You guys have to help me with that though a little bit, but we can figure it out together, I'm sure.
Mm.
yeah. I probably want to convert some currency into like gems so it's lighter to carry because I'm at
You know what I could
moderate
do?
now.
Yeah, you know what I could do is I could off game time, I'll get all the currency,
Yeah.
together as a group, and then we'll decide and we'll do the math, and then I'll just fix it.
Okay. Cool.
I think that's
Yeah.
probably a good time to do math stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, um, but yeah, because it looks like total the party together has 1,065 gold. Can you guys see the inventory section in party sheet, or do I have it set to only me? I think I have
Um.
it set to only me.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
I
It's not.
might consider turning that on. But Airwalk's a thief and you're a thief, so that's the reason why I don't have it on, because thieves might want to hide, some of this stuff they have on
Mm.
themselves. But just a loot check will tell you that 1,065 gold, 209 electrum, 780 silver, 149 platinum, and 1,365 copper. So you guys are pretty stacked right now.
Yeah. Hey, Zadar, could you carry that rope? Because it weighs me down to moderate if I carry it.
Sure.
Rope it up. I'm glad you guys are actually shopping right now.
Yes.
Oh, we already have a rope. I'm carrying a rope that I got off of Benris. Silk rope.
Yeah, I have one as well, but it's just with all the stuff I'm carrying now, it pushes me over
Yeah,
to
they're kind
moderate.
of heavy.
Yeah, you want to watch your encumbrance because you're at moderate now, right? Because that
Yeah.
gives you penalties.
Do we need this? Do we need more than one rope? I don't.
Probably be good to have, like, because it's 50 feet is one set, so sometimes you need more than 50. Or if you like leave a rope somewhere, it's good to have another one.
Okay.
Fix this later. I'm completely making a mess, but
Oh,
it's a good
we
thing
can
I
make
got
Zadar. He's
that.
strong. He can be our pack horse.
Yeah, and I'll
Yeah.
make sure that I get all the items off this character, you know, on him right now into the fresh import when I fix it.
Yeah.
So yeah, just drop everything in there and I'll make sure I transfer. I have to do some I was making a mess out of it trying to fix it right now with the log.
Yeah,
If
tricky.
It happens.
if
Yeah, it happens.
Zadar, if you take this, how do I add it to the?
We'll call it here in a
Oh, I'm
minute.
in the.
And I'll get everything organized for you guys because we were way overdue for like a housekeeping session.
Yes, because
I
we're
think
down
we've
there for so
never,
long.
well, not only that, but I don't even think we've ever really done one. This is like the first time we've ever really had to like think about cleaning up the inventory
Yeah,
and like
true.
selling things. It's been like nonstop since you guys have been here.
Yeah.
Plus you lost a character and that makes it even more difficult because you got to go through everything that they've had and divvy it and
Yeah.
decide what's staying, what's going, you know, which
Zadar,
is
now
very
you're a badass now that you're equipped up, I think.
yeah, Zadar, man. It's like he went from, you know, a tortured, you know, being waterboarded and tortured in the temple of, you know, of America to like now, you know, upstanding, you know, frontline member of the party. You still there, Tommy?
Yeah,
Oh, you got all quiet, dude. I didn't know if you were there or not.
I'm here.
Is
Okay.
it useful to have like ink and paper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be mapping, yeah. In fact, that's one of the reasons, like, I've been toying with the idea of actually, like, if someone's actually really taking the time to, like, map, then I turn off, you know, or on the fog of war, right? Because you're actually mapping.
Yeah.
But if you're, like, trying to run your way through the, you know, somewhere, you don't have time to, like, map if you're, like, escaping through something, right? So then I would turn it off. It's just gonna be like a, you know, case by case, I think.
I'm just gonna buy.
But yes, and to answer your question, having something to write and draw with is definitely important. It's also really important for arcane casters, right? But we don't have an arcane caster. But they, you know, in order to scribe scrolls, they need to be able to, they have to have the finest quality ink, the finest quality pen, fine paper.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I see that there's a spell book in the store, but it's 360 gold.
Yeah,
Expensive.
it's actually a traveler's it looks like a, you know, decently bound traveler's spell book with
Yeah.
about 100 or 50 pages in it.
Yeah, we do have a bit of a hole because we don't have a mage.
But you do have two healers,
Yeah.
two rogue type and a very heavy hitter.
Yes.
So it's kind of interesting. It's like, and you guys have gotten lucky, man, because you've run into creatures that can definitely kill you quick.
Oh, that coffer corpse was brutal because
Yeah.
didn't have a magic weapon. The only one we had available was the dagger in my
Yep.
backpack.
Yeah, and I didn't even really get, I could, you know, sometimes you want to give a little bit to I didn't give you guys anything for that.
Yeah.
It just happened to be there and you guys
Yeah.
thought creatively. So I just let it happen.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's always the most fun when it's like
Yeah.
chips are down and the players have to
Yeah.
dig to.
Yeah. Yeah,
to
I'm
pull
learning.
it out.
Yeah, I don't need to hold it. Like I could take off the training gloves. I didn't want Ben Russ to die, but he died, dude. Nothing I can do
Yeah.
about it. I had to double check what just happened after I saw 1,000 points of damage, but I
Yeah.
get it now.
Yeah.
It's a deadly poison.
Yeah, he's a dwarf and he failed to save. So
That
it's like,
too,
yeah.
it's like he had every advantage too
Yeah.
to pass it, and it just the chips just didn't fall in his favor.
Yeah.
Um, well, you guys want to call it there? Well, first of all, you said you wanted to go visit Romney. That was
Yeah.
one of your errands. You guys don't have to all be together, like, but so essentially, Loman, you definitely wanted to go check if Romney's home.
Yes.
He is there, and he invites you in to talk to you, and
Okay.
that's where I was going to end it.
Cool.
But Romney is there,
Good.
and he beckons you in without a word as soon as you walk into his garden.
Okay.
You guys want to fill Tommy in a little bit on Romney?
So there was this hermit, and people thought that maybe he was involved with the disappearances. So we went to see him, and he's a retired adventurer, magic user of some sort. And he kind of directed us that the deputies were suspect. So we ended up with a run-in with them and took them out. And he's kind of been playing his cards close to his chest. I think maybe waiting for us to prove ourselves. So maybe at this point he might be more forthcoming.
Yeah, and I might also add that he disappeared for a few days.
Yeah, he
'cause
disappeared for a
party
while.
had
Yeah.
come back to check on him multiple times. He
Yeah.
has a pet. Yeah, he also has a pet.
Weasel or
Oh, yeah, it's a ferret, right?
ferret? Yeah. Okay.
It's either a ferret or a weasel.
Yeah.
He's got a pet, either ferret or weasel, and he lives in this grove on the map that I'm highlighting right now. He has a small little small little hut in the middle of this grove right here. Um,
I feed
you
his
get
familiar cheese when I visit.
Yep. And you get this, and you get a vibe from him that he that he knows a lot more than he's telling, and he's slowly trickled information to the party. And but like I was saying, for the past 4 days, he's been missing in action. You have not been able to find him. The party has visited his house, the last several days, and he's just been gone. No trace of him. Um, Now, upon visiting in the afternoon of the 20th, yeah, the afternoon of the 20th, he appears to be home. So I would say it's about 5 o'clock right now.
Yeah.
Here, let's do this. Sun is starting to go down. It's still kind of a Santa Ana. He's invited you in. You smell it. There's a pleasant smell coming from his house, possibly soup or something that he's got cooking. He's got his ferret on his shoulder. Um, and I think that's where we'll call it, guys. It's
Cool.
it's a good place. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a good place. And what I'll do is, Tommy, I will fix your sheet. And I'll
Thank you.
make sure, yeah, and I'll make sure that when I level up that you still have the same hit points that you get, because you had some good hit point rolls. So I'll make sure that the hit points match what you rolled originally for it. And just in the future, when you level up, all you really need to do is click the plus and say okay, because it's automated. If you manually type in there, it screws with the automation a little bit. So you
I
just
think you had me manually type the last one. That's why I did that.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. We can fix it. You're pretty well outfitted right now too. It's really cool. You got a very fine balanced long sword that gives off a faint glow. You don't know exactly why yet, but you suspect it might have something to do with magic.
Yes.
And your plate mail is exceptionally well made, and for whatever reason feels very light. Same thing with the shield, but it has no That's all you can tell about it, is that it's just it feels very light, and it looks very well made. You being a good judge of what good armor is. You've seen good armor and you've seen bad armor, and this is definitely a very nicely made set of plate mail. And luckily, it didn't need to be fitted. It almost fit you perfectly. So usually with plate you have to have it fitted, right? But this plate actually fit you almost perfectly. There could be some minor adjustments that you could have made, but it fits very well. Talissa, you have leveled up as well. You've learned a few things, a few new tricks, which
Mm.
we'll go over.
Level
Airwalk,
3
let's see
mana
Airwalk.
thing.
Airwalk, actually, I didn't even look at. I don't think he's leveling up right.
Mm.
No, Airwalk's already level 3. He's a little bit away from leveling up right now.
Okay.
Yeah, guys, and my condolences to Benrus. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
that
but
was a
yeah,
bummer.
and thank you, Mike, for confirming that I didn't, that it wasn't a mistake. D0 plus 1,000 damage, I think pretty much confirms that's a death. That's like being hit by, Jubilix's